And to me, this really starts to round out, I think, makes Infinite kind of the complete package that we know Halo fans have been waiting for.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's kind of how I'm viewing it, that this is kind of the complete edition now of Halo Infinite, finally getting Firefight in there.
For folks that maybe haven't been playing or haven't been following along, we have a multitude of community-made Forge maps now that are populating pretty much all across the game experience now. So that was always one of the biggest goals we had for Forge, was building a set of tools and systems that really allows the community to go crazy and start to sort of, eventually we're sort of giving the keys to the community. This is now your game. Go make it something greater than we even could, because, I think looking all the way back, Forge has always brought really cool, unexpected things that have always surprised developers on every Halo title. And so far, Infinite Forgers are already blowing us away with their creativity. As we look ahead to the new year, I think we're going to expect to see Forge modes and experiences and content start to become a bigger and bigger integral part of the Infinite experience. So, and if I look across the studio internally, just the journey that we've been on, it is just a different approach now. Just the rigor and the production mentality and the way the team operates and the way things have been sort of mixed up and changed around here internally have absolutely, I think, contributed to just really empowering the creatives to just do their best work, removing a lot of friction and blockers. And we're just more efficient now, and we're able to kind of make these things a reality. We're not done. So, I mean, I think based on our track record and the way things are trending, I have all confidence that the team's going to continue knocking it out of the park, that we have a lot of exciting things still in the works. I'm also excited about how all this sort of kind of this new regime, if you will, and all this new sort of newfound success and progress, how this is going to pay off in the future as we kind of evolve the DNA of the studio. So there's longer term implications that, as I look a few horizons over, I'm very excited about where we're going. I do want to give a shout out, like we're not done. We actually have several more big ticket items on our to-do list, things that we've been very open with the community about. One thing I can mention right now that you may or may not be aware of is I think content, I agree, we've checked that box. I think we're at least at a point now, especially with Forge and all the stuff that's still out there that we have yet to even scratch the surface of. Like, I don't think we're gonna have a content problem in this game anymore. It is a contentious topic. It's something I at first I appreciate you. It would have been pretty disingenuous of you to have this chat and not mention it, because you're right, it is kind of a constant sort of source of noise, and sometimes the volume goes up, sometimes the community's happy. It is something that we've been kind of living with ever since the game debuted, right? Because when you take a franchise that's been around, well, now, I mean, we're quickly closing in on 25 years, but it's not the way it's been done before, right? People like, just let me pay one time, and I like when I used to have free colors and could just unlock all this stuff for free. And it is a different business model, and that ship sailed a long time ago. That's the way Infinite was built from the ground up. So it was always going to have sort of a MTX component to it, to sort of make it exist. And I do want to say, like, it's taken us time to get here, but sort of even the money that model has generated is what's even allowed us to continue being able to bring the game to the level that we wanted to get it to. So it is kind of there's a synergy there. We need that revenue to support the business. We're a business, right? Like, it is a day to day. We have to answer, and we have forecasts and things that we have to deliver and meet. And somehow we have to, the team has to balance those things. So I hear you loud and clear, Paris. I will say what I can definitely comment on is, like, the feedback is absolutely, we see it every day. We're in the conversations, we're in the meetings. I do not want to today try to speak on behalf of our engagement and monetization team. They have a lot of different requirements and sort of pressures and mandates that they're under. They've got us in their face all the time talking about player sentiment, and so I don't know what direction things may go, but I do understand that for the majority of people, there seems to be an overwhelming desire to see, can we do anything there to make things a little cheaper, make things a little bit more accessible. I don't know what direction it's going to go, but rest assured, we definitely hear it, and it's something that we're talking about a lot internally, and they're probably tired of hearing about it from us. But
should people still stand by and wait for something, or is 343 stance on this? This is why we have Forge. This is why we have Forge AI, that we can basically hand that off to the community and you can create whatever adventure you want with Chief in the game.
Yeah, this is definitely, well, I'm not going to cut you off because I jokingly did that at our Worlds to a person that was on stage, and that I made the Reddit front page for being some sort of monster. So I won't cut you off on that. It's a fair question. I mean, I'll be honest, we had nothing to announce today regarding any campaign content for Infinite. I'll even go a step further and tell you right now there's nothing in active development on that front. You know, we made the decision, it was just over a year ago, to really double down on improving the multiplayer product, going after the key sort of sentiment issues. And I do think you bring up a great point. I think Firefight, the AI toolkit, and Forge, we now have the opportunity in multiple ways to scratch that PvE itch. So I am looking forward to seeing how that continues to evolve, how we can find these types of campaign-like experiences that might come from the community that we may or may not be a part of. We'll see, but bringing those up to the forefront, putting them in matchmaking, I do think there will be no shortage of PvE experiences still to come for Infinite in that regard. I definitely don't think Halo's best years are behind us. I think there are a lot of really cool, exciting things on the horizon. Some things are further out. Folks that have been kind of keeping a keen eye might notice that we've started sort of posting some job postings again. I mean, the winds are blowing. We are starting to look ahead to the future. I don't think we have anything to say on that front for quite a while, but, you know, I mean, Infinite, as good as it is, and as more great things there are still to come, the studio has ambitions that reach beyond Infinite. And I'm very, very excited and energized to sort of take all the cumulative 25 years and all the learnings from Infinite and apply that to what could be next.